Good morning, beloved. I thought I would wake up this morning and tell you a story. And in my story, I'm hoping that you will hear my heart and see why now, why you, why me, why Compass. It's a story that has forever changed my life. And I remember hearing it when I was a young girl. I think I was probably like 7. And I have been marked ever since the first time I heard that song. I'm sorry, that story. So I thought I would share it with you today. And it's a story you're probably very familiar with. You've probably heard it a million times, but you never can hear this story enough. And it's a classic story, and it's called The Starfish Thrower. And I'm going to tell it like I normally tell it, but sometimes I modify it and exasperate it and add a little bit to it. So I'm going to tell it to you today from my heart as it relates to such a time as this. One day, this lady was walking along the beach. Imagine, if you will, this lady's about 40 years old, maybe late 30s, early 40s. And she's at a time in her life where she must decide who she is and what she is to become. And she's looking at her life, the things that she's stopped doing, the dreams that she's given up, the hopes, things that have become mundane. She remembers what it was like to smile as she's walking along the beach. She remembers what it was like to be her true and best self. And this particular morning, as she's walking along the beach, she sees something in the distance. Now, she walks this beach every morning. But this particular morning, something was different. And as she looks out upon the beach, she sees somebody throwing something into the water. Now, this is her beach, and this is, how we do. She's got dominion over this beach, and she needs to put the law down on the beach. And so she walks up to the young lady who is throwing something into the ocean. And she realized that the young lady is throwing starfish. You see, every tide, high tide, starfish get washed up on the shore. And when the tide recedes, if they don't get washed back into the water, then they'll die. And this young lady had taken it upon herself to save the starfish. Now, you know how we do. Us Marthas. We have to be in control. The older lady quickly told the younger lady, she said, what are you doing? And the young lady said, well, I'm saving these starfish. I think I have a starfish. I'm saving these starfish. And she throws it back into the ocean. Now, the older lady looks upon the beach, and there are millions of starfish scattered all over the beach. And she quickly informs, as we know so many of us do, quickly stops someone. And she says, young lady, you're wasting your time. There's no way that you'll be able to save all of these starfish. The young lady doesn't stop. She picks up another starfish, and she holds it up, and she says, you're wise. You've lived a little bit. You've seen a couple things. It's true. I won't be able to save all of these starfish, but you see this one? This one here, I am going to save this one. I am going to give this one a second chance at life. And she flings it back into the ocean. Now, beloved, the reason I tell you that story is because I am a starfish thrower. And I know that there are women out there who are also starfish throwers, who have that call. They may not be able to change the entire world, but they can make the difference in the lives of the women and the people that they're around. You see, Compass has a mission. The mission of Compass is that every woman should have a coach. Why a coach? Well, a coach is different than a counselor, in that a counselor comes alongside and helps you heal past hurts. A coach comes along and launches you forward. A coach pushes you into destiny. A coach calls you forth and walks alongside you so that you can become all that God has called you to be. Compass' mission is that every woman would have a coach. And so for me, I've joined Compass because I believe in the ability to save starfish. Yes, I may not be able to change the entire world, but I can save one woman at a time. I can help one woman be her best self and stand in her greatness and own her power and live her best life and see herself in her glorified self. I can do that. And you can too with Compass. I am looking for a cadre of women, of leaders who have been called to do just that, who have been called to impact the world and make a difference one woman at a time. Now you might say, why one woman at a time and not one person at a time? Well, we all know that women are influence bearers. That's what we do. We have the power of influence. And if you change one woman, then you change one family. If you change one family, then you change one community. If you change one community, then you can change the world. And so it all begins with one woman, right now, at this moment, you, making a decision to go for it. Making a decision to give me a call, 202-460-4762, or sending me an email at Rachel, R-A-C-H-E-L, Juanita, J-U-A-N-I-T-A, at Queendom, that's Queendom, Club, CLUB.com, and letting me know that you're a starfish thrower, and that today you're ready to impact the world, one woman at a time, one starfish at a time. Maybe you are that starfish, and you don't feel strong enough to usher someone else in their journey. Okay, come and be coached. Maybe you're like me, and I'm a starfish with a broken limb, but I'm still using my other 5 limbs to pull others up and to save others. And so I just ask you to choose today your greatness over your fear and give Compass a call and a try. It's been a pleasure sharing this story. Again, my name is Rachel Bellamy, and I look forward to serving you, one woman at a time.